The senators had several plans so far. You can't beat President Trump with double talk on this plan.
Unfortunately, Vice President Biden, you're just simply inaccurate. For a Democrat to be running for president with a plan that does not cover everyone, I think is without excuse.
Seems as though they picked right up where they left off in the first debate. Last night, California Senator Kamala Harris and Vice President Joe Biden, former vice president, sparred over health care in the second round of the Democratic debates in Detroit. With that, we welcome in our political analyst, Gary Dietrich.
So, Gary, good to see you. How
the fighting just really getting underway, friends, in round two.
By the way, what did you think of that greeting when he said, "Go easy on me"?
Yeah, take it easy
Biden
on me.
Well, and how about conveniently podiums right next to each other, just in case you want to kind of land a blow.
So how did she do? How did Senator Harris do, you think?
Well, honestly, you know what, guys, I think the consensus is she was on the attack in the first debate. She was on the defensive in the second. I don't think there's any question about that. And that didn't bode well for Senator Harris, by all accounts. Most people, most observers, that is, who in the political realm, felt like she really struggled in this debate to defend her positions on everything from health care to things like her record as Attorney General in California. And it's clear that not only Biden, but others on that stage, guys, wanted to try to take her down a couple notches.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right, let's shift gears. Let's talk tax returns. Candidates now have to release their tax returns over the last 5 years if they want to show up on the California ballot. We know the White House is saying, hey, we're going to fight this. They're vowing to. So how's this going to play out? Governor signed the bill this week. 5 years you have to turn in tax returns. By the way, this isn't just going to affect Trump. Everybody knows that that was the initial target. But for example, Vice President Joe Biden has released 3 years. So he's going to have to release another 2 to comply if he wants to be on the California ballot. But as you rightly point out, Adrian, this is going to be challenged. There's no doubt about it in court. It's going to have to happen fairly soon, though, because the requirement is that they would have to release these by the end of November. So look for this thing potentially to go all the way to Supreme Court between now and then.
Yeah, okay, so let's talk gun control, because obviously a big topic, and you have the Gilroy Garlic Festival shooting, and then you have the politicians hit the stage, and they use it as an example. But did we see any or hear any real ideas or new ideas come out?
Yeah, I think what's important, guys, is to remember what we know from this shooting, and that is that the weapon came from Nevada. So the challenge for California policymakers is, and the challenge for national policymakers is very simple. How do you actually control guns in a state like ours, where we have the toughest gun laws in the nation, but people can still bring them in from elsewhere? Yeah, it's the neighboring states' laws. That's right.
Right. And by the way, we're going to whittle down this field of 20 candidates, right? The next debate's not going to have 20.
You know, in September, the qualifications double. And so September and October, I expect we're going to see substantially fewer than those 20.
All right, Gary. Thank you. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You too, guys.
All right.